Hey girl, hey! Welcome to Fine Beauty Bible. My name is Brittany, and here on YouTube I do very in-depth skincare and beauty content. If you've ever come across my channel before, it was probably for one of these two videos about hyperpigmentation for the face. I see that you must have clicked on today's video to focus on hyperpigmentation for the body. Keep on watching and we'll get into preparing our skin for this upcoming summer season. This video is going to be broken down into 4 different sections. That's hair removal, exfoliation, dealing with your hyperpigmentation, and of course protecting your progress and results, which is SPF. By the time we get through all 4 sections here, I'm 99.99% sure that no matter what your skincare concern is regarding bikini season, we would have addressed it by the end of this video. So keep on watching. Let's get into the first topic. Hair removal. Now when it comes to hair removal, most people will opt for either waxing, shaving, or laser hair removal. The 2 most common options are waxing and shaving, so we'll talk about those 2 first. When it comes to waxing, I have 3 main tips for you ladies. The first one is if you are of a deeper complexion and you find that any sort of hair removal often comes with hyperpigmentation, I recommend trying sugaring instead of hard wax. The reason being is because hard wax puts a little bit more stress on the skin when that hair is yanked from the follicle, whereas sugaring is a bit more gentle and it allows the hair to still be removed the way you want it, nice and smooth. The main difference is how traumatizing it is for the skin, especially if you are of deeper complexion, prone to ingrown hairs or prone to hyperpigmentation. Sugaring is going to be able to reduce the chances of that inflammation for you. The formal name for dark spots is post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. The prefix post meaning after. Inflammatory refers to inflammation of any kind. Hyper refers to an excess, and pigmentation obviously refers to pigment. So post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation literally just means the excess pigmentation that occurs after any sort of inflammation. That's all post-inflammatory pigmentation is. So by reducing the amount of inflammation you put on your skin in the first place, you are already doing a great job at reducing the amount of dark spots you get afterwards. Another thing with waxing is that you want to stick to a schedule, go consistently, and catch your hair in the correct phase of growth. You want the hair to be at least 1/4 of an inch long before you go back for your next wax. Otherwise, it's a waste, because if the hair is not long enough for the wax to catch it, you're just going to have stubble left over. Waxing is recommended once a month. You can even push it 6 and 7 weeks if you like. The next popular option is shaving, which I think honestly is going to be very popular within the next few years, because one thing happens when the economy is in a certain state. People start to decide, you know what? I don't have to pay to wax. I don't have to pay to laser. For waxing, it can be anywhere between $45 and $150 depending on what area you're trying to wax. So I'm not surprised at all that a lot of people still have shaving as their preferred method of hair removal. It's convenient, you can do it at all hours of the night without an appointment, and it's low cost. If you're gonna shave, let me teach you how to do it in the correct way that's going to give you the best results. The first step for shaving is you have to exfoliate. You can exfoliate one of 2 ways. Use physical exfoliants or chemical exfoliants. Both are effective, both are great. I'll tell you the benefits of both. Physical exfoliation. This can be done using either a coarse washcloth, a loofah, a brush, or even a dry brush if you don't want to do it inside the shower. And when I say exfoliate, I mean take your time. Don't just do a quick little brush up. I mean on each area that you are exfoliating, really spend a full minute in the shower exfoliating that skin, because that's going to get rid of those dead skin cells that later on have the potential to trap hair underneath and cause an ingrown hair. You'll want to also pay special attention to those areas of the skin where you have creases, where ingrown hairs are likely to form. So like that crease in between your bikini line and your leg, your underarm, really anywhere that has friction is prone for ingrown hairs. Another thing is you want to make sure your razor is sharp. Honestly, I won't even talk about the risk of cutting yourself, because I think that's a very juvenile shaving danger or threat. The main reason you don't want to shave with a dull razor is because it's simply not going to pick up the hairs the way you want it to. And then guess what you have to keep doing? Going over the same area, multiple times, and guess what that's causing? inflammation, which then causes what? Say it with me. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. That's what we're avoiding here. So you want to have a nice sharp razor. One of my favorites is by We the People. We the People is a Caribbean-owned body care brand by Karen Young, and her brand completely focuses on shaving, exfoliating, and moisturizing the skin that's on your body in the best way possible. One of their core products is this stainless steel razor that comes in 3 pieces, and all you have to do to use this razor is buy a single blade and put it into the razor, and you can use this again and again and again. It resists rust. You can keep it for as long as you need to. You do not have to keep on throwing this away. All you do is replace the blade that you're using with it. And the way you do that, you simply lay the blade on top of that there, and then you put the little next piece over it so that the blade is in between. And then this here is the handle, and you just screw it right on. And by the time you're done screwing it on, this is your razor, and you're free to start using it. I love this razor whenever I do choose to shave, because not only does it give me a very close and smooth shave, when I use it I notice that my skin is a lot softer with less stubble than it is when I just buy, you know, a 5-pack of razors from a convenience store. I'll put the link for this razor down in my bio for you. And then after that, all you have to buy are the little single blades that you can get for less than $1 on Amazon. The next step is going to be choosing what product you shave with. This step actually does not matter as much as people think it does. Really what you want to go for here is a texture that agrees with where you're shaving. So you can choose a shaving gel, shaving cream, shaving oils, or if you're in a bind, a quick pinch, you can also use hair conditioner. I've done it before and it didn't kill me. Laser hair removal is a non-invasive procedure where you are using either an Alex or a YAG laser to zap your hair follicles. When you zap those hair follicles, they over time stop producing hair at all. So it's a lot different from shaving, which basically just gets rid of the hair that is sticking up through the skin. And it's also different from waxing, which is adhering to the hair and pulling the hair out of the follicle. Laser targets the follicle itself. So you're not just targeting the hair on the surface, and you're not just pulling that hair out of its home. You are actually targeting the home where the hair grows. And by doing that, you're able to achieve those long-term results that shaving and waxing are not capable of providing. I personally love laser hair removal. I have been doing laser hair removal for the past 7 years, and I can truly wholeheartedly and with science-backed opinions and research say that laser hair removal is safe for everyone now. And if you are curious about it and you are just tired of having to shave, tired of having a hair removal routine, you don't want to have to deal with it anymore, maybe your ingrown hairs are just at a point of no return and you just don't want to have to try to figure this out any longer, I really recommend it. I don't have any affiliate links to share with you for laser hair removal, but if you want to learn more about what it is, who it's safe for, how to choose a laser hair removal specialist in your area, what the healing is like, and even what the maintenance is like up to 3 years later. Yes, I have videos covering all of this already. I will link 2 videos for you in the description below so that you can gather as much information as you need, and if you do have any follow-up questions, you can always drop them in the comment box. I check my YouTube comments every single day, so even though it's an older video, the information still stands and I'll still be able to see your questions. But just to share a quick anecdote, I personally love laser hair removal. It has absolutely changed my life. As you can see from the hair on my head, I'm a hairy girl, always have been since childhood. My eyebrows were this thick, and the hair underneath my arms and my bikini area and on my legs, everywhere is just the same. So honestly, before I was even old enough to get some sort of advanced hair removal by myself, I was thinking about it and I wanted it, and I'm so glad that I did it, because now I have not shaved my underarms in, I want to say, I think about 1.5 years or 2 years ago, and I'm gonna zoom in my underarm just so you can see, but I just want to emphasize how slow the hair grows back once you finish your laser hair removal package. I'll turn to the side as well so you can see whether there's any little hairs. And that's how much hair I have under my arms after 1.5 years of not even putting a razor under there. I kid you not. 10 out of 10 recommend. It's the best beauty procedure I have ever invested in, and it wasn't nearly as expensive as I thought it would be even back then. So I imagine now prices are even better as more places pop up, making it even more accessible for everyone. This is not a laser hair removal ad. I don't even have any affiliation with any laser hair removal places. As you can see, I don't even really need one because I haven't had to go in several years, but I personally think that laser hair removal changed my hair removal routine completely, and honestly, hair removal is an afterthought for me now. I solely focus now on the products that I'm about to share with you rather than having to constantly worry about the hair itself. Now that we're finished talking about your actual hair removal, let's get into exfoliation. We've already talked about the light exfoliation that you would do before you shave, which is super important, but we haven't talked about the exfoliation that you can do after. But before we get into the products, I want to talk to you about exfoliation ingredients. When it comes to skin acids, there are AHAs and BHAs. BHAs are the ones that work below the surface of the skin, and their job is to unclog the pores. You are getting any type of congestion up and out of the pores or up and out of the hair follicle. The most popular, and honestly one of the only BHAs that's used in skincare today, is called salicylic acid, and you've probably heard about it already. When it comes to AHAs, those work above the surface of the skin, and their job is to get rid of the dead skin cells that are trapped on the top layer of the skin, which can cause things like texture, your skin having a dry appearance, and it can even cause things like ingrown hairs when a hair is caught underneath that dead skin and can't come all the way out to the surface. So by using a combination of BHAs and AHAs, you're really hoping to target the hair follicle, the pores, dead skin cells, the texture, and the glowing appearance of the skin all at once. So they are absolutely essential to have in your routine for the face, and even more so for the body, where the skin is a little bit tougher and even more prone to very visible texture. Popular examples of AHAs include glycolic acid, azelaic acid, lactic acid, tartaric acid, mandelic acid. There are several, but the most familiar ones to you are probably glycolic, mandelic, and maybe also lactic acid. This is the Skinfix Glycolic Renewing Scrub, and the main ingredients in this are going to be glycolic acid and lactic acid. It's specifically meant to dissolve the dead skin cells on the surface of the skin, but what I also love about this is that you put it on pre-shower, and it also has little tiny beads in it that slowly dissolve that have the main ingredients in it. So you put this on, you rub it into the skin, then you hop into the shower and rinse it off, and that's when you're left with such a smooth feeling on the skin. And I wouldn't use this on the same day that I shave, but I would use it maybe the day before. If you want a complete demonstration of how I use this product, I'll link my shower routine down below, which is pretty much still a lot of my same favorite products for the shower. Once you get out of the shower, you have two different options that I recommend. The first one would be the M61 Power Glow Peel. Now they make these for the face, but this one for the body is excellent. Again, this is one that you apply after you get out of the shower, but before you put on your body moisturizer. This one, unlike the one that I just shared, has glycolic acid but also salicylic acid, so it is helping to get things out of the skin as well as dissolving those dead skin cells. And then for firming, it also has bilberry, vitamin K, and caffeine in it. A box this size only comes with 10 treatments in it, and that's because you're not meant to use it every single day. They recommend only about twice a week maximum because they're very powerful and you really don't need this type of exfoliation for the skin every single day. Same goes for any of these exfoliants, honestly. I've not only heard great reviews from other people about these peel pads, but I've also seen great results on myself. You guys saw in the beginning of this video how badly spotted my back used to be, and by using these occasionally paired with the rest of this routine, I have significantly improved the skin on my back. The last one is by Topicals, and this is Topicals Slather. This is another product that I have ranted and raved before about on this channel already. The main AHA in this one is lactic acid, but I love that it also has a little bit of retinol in it. Retinol is another word for vitamin A, and what vitamin A does is it increases the cell turnover on the skin. In other words, it replaces the top layer of your skin a lot faster than your typical skin cycle. Typically, you would have a new top layer of skin every 8 to 12 weeks, and retinol helps to reduce that time frame down to about 6 to 8 weeks. So rather than having to wait a longer period of time to see a new top layer of skin, you are constantly revealing new layers of skin, and each one is better than the last. So that's the main power of retinol, and I love the fact that it's in this product. This also has squalane in it, so in addition to having all of those extra efficient exfoliating ingredients, it is also still hydrating on the skin, and this one comes out like a serum texture, not any type of peel or scrub or towelette. Super easy to use. You use it after you shower, before you put on your body moisturizer. Now those are my favorite body exfoliants. Now let's get into products that can help with body hyperpigmentation. I only have 2 recommendations in the hyperpigmentation for the body category because they have worked so well that I have had no need to search for any other products. They are cult favorites in the beauty industry, and they are loved by clients, makeup artists, beauty editors, YouTubers, and creators all alike. So if you have ever watched a video about body hyperpigmentation, you've probably already heard of these 2, so they won't come as a surprise to you. The first one is Topicals Faded. I have already made several videos about Topicals Faded serum for the face, but they also make this body spray so that you're able to give your body the same exact results. Topicals Faded is packed with tyrosinase inhibitors. If you don't know what tyrosinase is, it is the chemical in your body that helps to form melanin. And whenever you have any sort of skin trauma, like an ingrown hair, tyrosinase helps to send that melanin to that area, which then is visible as a dark spot. So by inhibiting that tyrosinase, you are then inhibiting your excess melanin, therefore getting rid of your dark spots. Faded Brightening Mist uses ingredients like kojic acid, alpha-arbutin, niacinamide, glycolic acid, licorice root extract, tranexamic acid, so many of those heavy-hitting, powerful ingredients that are excellent at reducing hyperpigmentation and inflammation on the skin. And because this one is specifically formulated for the body, it's not as gentle as the one in the face, and so it really packs a punch and makes sure that your body has the correct amount of the ingredients that you need in order to actually make a difference. I've been using it in my routine since the very week it came out. As you can see, I've talked about it on this channel multiple times before, and I still recommend it to this day. It's never done me wrong. It has helped me fade even the most stubborn body scars, and for that reason, it will probably always be in my body hyperpigmentation recommendation list. The next one I have for you all is another heavy-hitting cult favorite. There's just no possible way you have ever consumed any beauty content about body hyperpigmentation, especially in the bikini area, without hearing about this product. It is the PFB Chromabright, and this is another one that has been around for years, dare I say decades. I'll have to fact check that. I'm going to read you the exact label of this just to show you how versatile it is and in the way you can use it no matter what your preferred method of hair removal is or what the reason for your dark spots on the body is. I specifically recommend it for the bikini area and the underarm, but I'm sure it would also work if you use it in other areas of the skin. Main warning with this is that you cannot use it in the daytime. It is not safe for the sun. Nighttime only with this one. It says, PFB Vanish is the first line of defense for ingrown hair and skin brightening. It is a unique, cosmetically elegant roll-on serum formulated to reduce the appearance of dark spots caused by ingrown hairs, razor burn, and bumps resulting from shaving, waxing, tweezing, sugaring, electrolysis, and laser hair removal. PFB Vanish with Chromabright reduces skin discoloration as well. This is the Chromabright version that I have. You'll see several different versions. You'll see a dark blue bottle that I think is extra strength. You'll see this light blue bottle that also has the hyperpigmentation ingredients in it, and you'll see several other versions of it that only target ingrown hairs but don't target the hyperpigmentation that accompanies it. So I, out of all of the different versions, recommend the Chromabright version because it targets ingrown hairs and the dark spots along the bikini line and underarm as well. Because I no longer get ingrown hairs on my underarms or my bikini line, thanks to laser hair removal, I specifically use this for areas like this part of the underarm that tend to be darker, as well as the bikini line. Because that bikini line area, it's not darker because of any ingrown hairs anymore. Now I think it's mostly just slightly darker because of the friction between my bikini area and my legs. If you have any sort of shape to your thigh, it's just gonna happen. It happens. Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not super self-conscious about it, but I know that whenever I do want to target it, all I gotta do is whip this out and add it back into my routine consistently, and I'll see those results. And that's the best part about all of these products that I'm sharing in this video with you today. They're not things that you need constantly, except for the sunscreen, which I'm going to talk about soon. And they're not things that are going to do you harm if you start them and then stop using them, or start them and are not as consistent with it as you'd like to be. They're really just what you pull out when you know that summer's coming up and I got 6 weeks to get it together and I want to be able to use something that I know I'm going to see results. That's when I incorporate those into the routine. The last product that I have that I cannot recommend fully yet, but it is an option to consider, it's actually something that I recently discovered, is the Nemah Restorative Scar Treatment. If you have never heard of Nemah, this is a brand that is made for women that are pregnant, actually. So this scar treatment is supposedly strong enough to get rid of the scars from leftover stretch marks and any type of body discoloration you get, like perhaps you had a belly button piercing when you were pregnant and now it's a little bit, because of the stretching, darkened. This scar treatment is supposedly powerful enough to help with discoloration, even as serious or permanent looking as that. So that's what honestly made me super curious about it. Nowhere in the ingredients does it say that only pregnant women can use it, and that's what made me buy it. I obviously am not pregnant, but I want to try it. I haven't used this for a full 6 weeks yet, so I can't wholeheartedly say that it is one of the products in this video where you can just use for a couple weeks and then you're good. But because I just recently discovered it and it might be a hit, I wanted to include it in this video. And maybe some of you have heard of this brand before and can leave some testimonials down in the comments for us. The last thing we have to talk about when it comes to getting bikini ready is not the fitness, not the dieting, not the scrubbing, shaving, or treatments. It's protecting our results. We need SPF every single day, not even from the summertime, because guess what? If the sun rises in the morning, you need to be protecting your skin against those sun rays. When it comes to sun rays, there are two different types. There are UVB rays, which are the kind that give us sunburn, especially if you are of a lighter skin tone. But also, there are more dangerous kind of sun rays, the kind that penetrates through glass, the kind that still reaches your skin when you're in the car or indoors or sitting next to a window. And those are UVA rays. UVA rays are the kind that age us and can cause skin diseases like skin cancer, melasma, and all of those things. And I think that's even worse than a sunburn, if you ask me. To clarify one myth that I have been seeing circle around TikTok lately, sunscreen does not cause vitamin D deficiency, okay? It simply protects your skin from the harmful parts of the sun rays that can cause skin diseases. And if you are using everything in this video, but you don't wear sunscreen in the daytime every single day to protect those results, you might as well send all of the products back to the store because you're using them for no reason at that point. I will put several of my favorite sunscreen recommendations down below, but just know you need it. So those are the 4 steps to getting bikini ready. It is choosing the right hair removal, exfoliating, treating the hyperpigmentation, and then protecting your results with SPF. Those are all of the product recommendations I have for you today, my loves. We only have about 7 weeks until the first day of summer, so I hope you remember the body you have is already a bikini body. These products will just help you take care of the skin that you're in. Let me know if you have any questions at all about any of these products. I know, love, and trust all of these products already, but I'm sure it'd be even more helpful to other beauty lovers watching this video if any of you would drop any testimonials down in the comments. None of the products in this video are sponsored, but if any of the brands want to sponsor me after seeing this video, then let me know. I am more than happy to talk about it even more. If you want to learn more about laser hair removal and my own results, I've already linked those videos in the description for you, and I cannot wait to see you for the next video. Bye!